We are just to the west of you, Coach, on the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
Set, ready, 10-2 start.
They'll run on first down. Parks. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels.
It got his man complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
I got you.
On first down, it's Parks. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Ready, 30 base.
Second and 10 at the 41-yard line.
5.
Looking to throw on second down. Herring, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ed Oliver able to record his 5th sack of the season. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Hey, Haywood.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. Come to work.
We won. We grip.
Throwing on third and long. Herring. And the pressure gets to him again. Brian Burns, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here comes the Bears punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now a give right side. Swift. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And to give this time to the tailback. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll try the left side. Swift, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for everyone possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Hey, let go. Screen, watch the screen.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Here we go, G.
Go, Mike 52.
Throwing on first down. Herring, he'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39.
Let's put him on the buses.
Throwing again. Herring. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. So he can't hang on, and as I watched that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Looking to throw. Herring. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
51's the Mike. You run. Go. Here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51. I know. 51.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss.
You better bring it. Check safety.
Here's Jackson on third and long. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Stop your body.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. No score after 1 on EA Sports. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
One advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
On 3rd down, it's Parks. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. On 1st down, Herring. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ed Oliver in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Give him 3 yards on the run. Now they'll need to draw up something good here on 3rd and 13.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Hey, Charlie.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Herring. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. In for the score, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. Then he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Thomas has got it. Complete. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. That's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. A run there on 1st down gets 3 up to the 28. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On 2nd down now, Swift. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The Bucks on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. They go play action now. Jackson. And he's got Rodgers. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. They'll run on 1st down. Swift, and he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucks have a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, let's go. It's time to press. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Right back to him on 1st down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain down to about the 33. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
I can't help it because I'm just sitting back in admiration right now of what I'm seeing. This is a defense that essentially announces to everyone that they're going to play, you are not running the ball against us. I don't care how you try to.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check, 56.
You ain't going nowhere.
56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. Right there. 56.
They'll try and throw for it to Jackson. He's going to air one out. And that is going to be incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Bears will get the football back.
Ready to break.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get to field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
On 1st down, Parks. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, orbit. Check Mike 39. Ready? Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Ricky. Look at me. Zipper. Check Mike 39. Check that.
Back to throw. Herring. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown as the Bears push further out in front.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now, so as you mentioned, trying to...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Danielle Hunter racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
To try again after the sack. Jackson is going to float this one, and he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 38, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 40.
Check. Hey, exit.
To throw on second down. Herring. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
To throw on third down. Herring. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach, when I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Jackson to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Mike 51. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. 51 to Mike, boy. 51. That's the pass.
From the gun, Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner. And I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Here comes Cohen. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bears take over.
1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
A loss of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Hey, check my man. Mud.
Shit.
Big rip.
On 3rd down, Herring. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Barnett able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Like how they started the 3rd quarter here. They forced a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, That is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
Go now. 18 Gator. Pick me up. Here we go. Ready?
They'll run on 1st down. It's Parks. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here's 2nd and 8. Be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And he'll be well short of a 1st down as he's stopped again right at the line of scrimmage.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman, the ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily The coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off near his own 48, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Ready? 70, Indy.
51 to Mike.
First down, a run with Cohen. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off the game.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 15-yard line. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As the Bears push further out in front. Extra point up and through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Come on, QB, come on. 51's the Mike. 51's the Mike. You're trash, you're trash. Mike,
on 3rd down, Jackson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
let's go.
A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Let's go, defense.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Set, ready. 70 ending. Right here, right here. 2 times, 2 times.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards there and a first down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47. Now they try the right side here. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 49-yard line.
Come on, set. 50 on. Pick it up, pick it up. Pick it up. Jam it, jam it, jam, jam.
Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The Bucs on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now it's Jackson. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or two. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Bears will get the football back. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Parks, and he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down, it's Parks, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Looking to throw. Herring. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Hard. Hey, Alpha. Ready?
On 4th down, Herring. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Parks. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. And they give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. This defense hasn't let them in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2. Back to throw. Herring. And Thomas has it. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. They'll try and run for it. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room? And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 40. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Herring. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good gain before he's taken down. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, up a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Chicago, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
From Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spin. Made it, kill it, and did it again. I'm with it, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top of the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throw it, blinding my J-lock. In the end zone with the mid dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spin. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But it's no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.